such a pleasure to have you here. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So I must bring you back to 11 years ago when you were in Shanghai for the first Shanghai Tennis Masters Cup, when you took the title and finished as world #1. How memorable was that to you?
Yeah, it was obviously really special. Coming in, I'd held the #1 ranking the whole year, 2002, and won Wimbledon during that year as well. So, I won the Masters Cup and got #1 in Sydney the previous November. So to come to Shanghai and defend that title, obviously, and the top 8 in the Masters Cup, it's the cream of tennis, really. So to come out and every match I could remember was sort of on a knife's edge, and ended up beating Safin to get through to the semis, and then Federer in the semis. And
beating Federer in the final, a semi-final,
semis,
rather.
and then won Carlos Ferrero in the final in 5 sets.
An
so
epic final.
Yeah.